Good morning. Thanks for starting your Tuesday with us. I'm Brendan Ahern, longtime volunteer and current chairman of the board of directors at Mentor Rhode Island. Our mission is to ensure youth have access to the motivational and supportive relationships they need to grow into confident, successful adults. As we anticipate a surge in demand for our services, I'd like to encourage everyone listening this morning to consider volunteering their time as a mentor or treasure as a funder so that together we can reach more Rhode Island kids who need us. So again, thank you for joining us and learning more about what we do. And now I'd like to introduce you to fellow volunteer and board member Ed Mastriano. Ed, over to you.
Thanks, Brendan, and good morning, everyone. I'm Ed Mastriano, and I am your host this morning, and I am so excited to be here for two reasons. One, it's the closest I'll ever get to having my own TV show, and second, I can't wait to share the story of Mentor Rhode Island with all of you. As Brendan said, I've been a mentor and on the board of directors for over 10 years. And I can tell you firsthand from my experience with my mentee, Zach, that mentoring does work. I remember that first day, and I love telling this story, when I met Zach and he puts out his hand and he said, "Finally, I've waited my entire life to have a mentor." And it was that dramatic. And I knew then, he was only 10, that I had my work cut out for me. We met every week at school on a weekly basis, as I said, and we went right up through high school where we did some off-site mentoring. I was part of the birthday parties, I was part of the dance competitions, and I also was part of his rehab at Butler Hospital. And I always wondered, is this working? Am I getting through to him? And one day he said to me, I think my friend Dylan needs a mentor. And I said to him, why, Zach? Why do you think that? And he said to me, because I know what you've done for me and how you've affected me, and I know he needs someone like that in his life. And then the light bulb went off, and I knew that mentoring does work, and I was making a difference. So now let's hear a little more from our president and CEO, Joanne Schofield.
I'm Joanne Schofield, President and CEO of Mentor Rhode Island. I've been on staff for more than 2 decades, and over that course of time, we've served so many young people with mentors. We know that each child deserves to have a champion, deserves to have a mentor, a caring adult in their life that will really help them go the next step. Just to be there, to encourage them, to be their cheerleader, to be their champion. And over the course of that time, we've seen kids' lives just get more complicated between differences in family structures, sprinkled in social media, and now a pandemic. COVID has really impacted Mentor Rhode Island and the students that we support. We have gone to remote work where we're all working from homes and we visit with each other on Zoom regularly. Our kids are feeling socially isolated. Our mentors and mentees, the ones that can, have actually connected virtually through Zoom and other platforms. We know how hard COVID has been for all of us, and that's been no exception for our kids, many of whom live in very vulnerable situations already. This has just intensified that. So we're so looking forward to the day where we're back in person, face to face, and really making those connections, making those children inspired to be the best they can be, and empowering them to be that person that they can envision themselves to be, successful, thriving, and really making a difference for our community. Mentor Rhode Island's mission is to make sure kids have access to caring adult relationships. As caring adults, we can be the ones that can show kids they have a voice. Students just excel when they know they have somebody in their corner. In Rhode Island, we are responsible for the mentoring movement, and this is your invitation to become involved. To be a mentor, a donor to help support the all-important work of caring adult relationships for children, or some kind of in-kind services. We have a great committee right now that's working on our communications. We came up with a new tagline. It's Connect, Inspire, Empower. And this is your invitation to connect with us. We hope to inspire you to become involved in the mentoring movement and empower our young people so that tomorrow will be a brighter day for them. The funds that we're raising this year are all going to increase the number of students being served. We know that our young people need us now more than ever. When everyone gets back into the classrooms on a full-time basis, the level of trauma that we're going to see will be unprecedented compared to other school years. We need more mentors, which means we'll need more training, more support, and more programs to help to serve the young people that so deserve to have that caring adult in their life, that cheerleader, that champion. We need you to be part of this mentoring movement now more than ever. Whether you're a mentor or a donor or can help in any way whatsoever, our kids need us. Our kids need you.
Thank you, Joe, and thank you on behalf of the rest of the board for leading that team and doing the amazing work that you do each and every day. And now here's one of our mentor-mentee pairs, Christopher and Byron, to share their story.
Hi, my name is Christopher Margadana, and I am a mentor with Mentor Rhode Island, and I've been a mentor for about 4 years. And this is my mentee, Byron, who I've been with for 3 years. The day that I met Byron, we were in the school, and there were a number of mentors, a number of mentees that we were trying to match together. And the only reason I was doing this was because one of our mentors had actually not shown up. And then I sat down in front of Byron, and we started talking, and he started telling me about how he loved to do creative writing and how he was feeling kind of depressed. And I really wanted to, in the moment, make him feel better. And the coordinator matches all the students and the mentors after the event. And there was still one person that needed to be matched, and that was Byron. And I, without skipping a beat, said, I will mentor that kid. But I just knew that this was something that I wanted to do in someone's life that I feel like I could help by just showing up and being there. In the beginning, we did a lot of talking. I remember bringing Uno to our first session because that's my favorite mentoring game. And Byron kind of, the second I met him, kind of just telling me what was happening in his life and what was going on. And I kind of pushed the game aside and we ended up just talking.
The first time I found out I was getting a mentor, I was really excited and I couldn't wait to get one. So when I found out Christopher was going to be my new mentor, I was really excited. The biggest difference Christopher made in my life was being there with me and for me every step of the way. Another major issue I had in 8th grade was the bullying. 8th grade year for me was one of the hardest years I've actually been through. I did have some thoughts about suicide and ending it all. I knew when I first met Christopher that we had the same personality and we had a lot in common. When me and Christopher talked in our meetings, it's always about track, it was always about writing, it was always about what's going on in school, what's going on at home, and how I felt at the moment or how I will feel when something else happens. So I was happy to see Chris there. Chris was my rock there. He was cheering me on from the stands, I heard. When I saw Chris there, it kind of lifted me up knowing that someone I cared about, someone that cared about me would go to a track meet. So I decided to run for class officer in my sophomore year.
I remember you kind of coming to me and saying, I don't feel like my voice is being heard. I don't feel like I am making a difference. I don't feel like anyone's hearing me. And then the next thing I know, you run for class president. And I'm like, and you're telling me you're doing this, and then you tell me you won. It's sort of surreal sitting here with Byron today and kind of seeing the young man that he's turned into, knowing what he was like when I met him in the 8th grade and kind of, shy and timid and quiet. But seeing him now be able to get up in front of people, in front of large crowds of people and talk about who he is. And I just think that's an amazing thing and something I don't know that I could have ever imagined for him when we first started off. I mentor Byron because I see the potential in Byron to be the best that he can be, and what he has to offer the world is an amazing thing. And I show up week after week again because I know that he's an amazing young person, and I want the world to see what I see in our 1-hour sessions. I think I enjoy our sessions too because I enjoy that I think we can both be ourselves in our session, and we bring our whole selves to that session, and we both accept each other for who we are and who's in front of us. I grew up as an only child and never had any siblings, and I really do look at Byron as a little brother, and helping him and being there for him along his journey through school. I mentor because I care about our young people's future. I know that young people have so much to offer us and the world. I mentor because I know that inside of a young person, there's so much in there waiting to get out. And I think a mentor has a really good chance of pulling that out of a mentee and helping them be the best that they can be and showing their strengths to the world that are going to make this world a better place because of it.
Please donate today so kids like me can have a mentor like Chris.
Wow. Christopher, thank you for your commitment to mentoring. And Byron, thanks for sharing your story. As Byron said, and I know Zach would agree, your donation today will help more young people to be paired with caring adults so that they can aspire to be all that they're meant to be, play to their strengths, and not only survive, but thrive. If you scroll to the top of the page that you're on right now, you'll see your opportunity to donate. Or if you prefer to make a pledge today and be invoiced later, simply text the word pledge to 401-561-8765. That's pledge, P-L-E-D-G-E, to 401-561-8765. And everyone who donates today becomes eligible to win prizes. See, it's just like a TV show. Some of those prizes include gift cards to local restaurants and something we're calling our Motoring for Mentoring gift pack, which is a complete car detailing and oil change donated by our friends at Tasca Lincoln Mercury. And for those of you contributing $250 or more, an opportunity to win an Apple Watch. So now, honestly, the incentive is really just knowing that you are making a difference for young people who really need us. We hope you are inspired to give generously, and remember, no amount is too large or too small. Together, we make the difference. I want to personally thank each of you for joining us today, and it's because of you that we're able to do this work and be there when our young people need us. Your generosity ensures mentors for more young people like Byron. Now, we are so grateful you took the time to be here, and I look forward to the day when we can see each other and be together in person, and that day is coming. And if I could, just before we go, since we have a little more time, I'd like to do a shout out to one of our guests today, my guest, who was there for me 45 years ago, got me out of my failing grade in algebra, and has become a true friend and a mentor to me for the last 45 years. So Marianne Douglas, thank you. Thank you for being here. And thank all of you for being here and taking some time out of your Tuesday. Have a great day.
Connect.
Inspire.
Empower.
Mentor Rhode Island.
Mentor Rhode Island.
Mentor Rhode Island.
Mentor Rhode Island.
Our kids need you now more than ever.